It's my husband's 40th birthday, and I, his wife, am tasked with throwing him the best 40th birthday party ever. Now, if you're familiar with me and the channel, you'll know that I love doing DIYs and designing. So I thought it would be a fun idea to vlog the entire week leading up to his birthday and taking you all along with the different projects that I am tasking myself to do. Now, this is a big birthday for him. I wanted to go all out, and I realized that I've never thrown him an actual birthday party, like full-on planning. We've always just gone somewhere and met with friends and that sort of thing, but I really wanted to make it special for him and throw an amazing party that everyone who attends won't forget. So, am I in way over my head for this party? Most definitely. Will I commit to DIYs and projects that I probably won't finish? Yes, I will. But as an artist, I really wanted to push my limits here and also inspire those of you who are throwing a party of some sorts and give you ideas on ways that you can reduce the budget and kind of cut corners on certain things and make things yourself. So ultimately you can save money or spend that budget towards something else. In hindsight, I probably should have started planning this party months ago, but this year's been kind of crazy. It's very crazy, and it's only February. So we are gonna throw him the best birthday party ever with 1 week. We are T-minus 1 week into the party. I just spent a better half of the day cleaning the entire house, and yesterday we pruned all of the plants because it's a jungle disco theme. Look how peaceful the house is looking, so beautiful right now. Also my painting. Put it up there. I'm gonna get started on the tassel garlands. I've been seeing these all over. You just hang them from the ceiling and they're 2.5 feet long, and you make them out of tablecloths, like the plastic ones. So I got a few different colors here. I have 2 blacks, 2 of these metallic, 1 gray, and then I found this really pretty iridescent black that I thought would be super pretty when it catches the light. Then I'm also gonna be making some out of these guys. These are like the pre-cut curtain streamer things. So I have this in black and silver, and we're just gonna get started with it. So I found a video that explains how to do it, and I'm gonna link that down below. But I thought it'd be fun to just show you guys the process and see how it comes out. I'm really excited about this. I have to go get this chicken wire from the garage. No wonder I always end up having a bunch of stuff. It's because I order things and I don't measure it out. I only need a little bit, and I ended up getting this big roll. There's a couple different ways that you can make it. You can literally do it with just a string and make it a strand, or you can use this stuff and kind of layer it so that it has more dimension. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the cheapest looking one, and that's just the simple gray one. And then the girl whose video I'm following, she cut hers 1.5 inches. Right. Here's one, and then if I did that correctly, let's check it. So then these are gonna hang, and they're gonna create little tassels. Let's do a little time lapse. The sun's gonna set behind me. Let's do it. Okay, it took about 15 to 20 minutes to cut 1 whole tablecloth, and this is the amount of tassels that I got. I think I'm gonna need more tablecloth. I'm glad I'm starting this a week before because I still have time to get some, so we'll see. I gotta cut the rest of these, so got my work cut out for me. Okay, so here is 1 tablecloth all cut. This is 2 of the metallic, which it kind of got real crazy, and then 2 of the black. This one was a pain in the butt to cut, so I wouldn't recommend doing that one. This one was much easier. So hubby is currently setting me up so I could watch some White Lotus while I'm doing this. But I'm gonna time lapse it. Hopefully we'll be able to finish most of them tonight. I don't know how long it's gonna take, so we'll see. So next morning we finished another one, did a little combo. Hubby said if I wrap this around my waist, be a hula girl.
You gotta do the ba 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 ba.
Bow, 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 bow. Wait, you need to do this. You're the one
Oh
turning
my
40.
God.
I'm gonna put this around you. All right, so we were able to get 4 tassel garlands done. Well, 4.5, because there's one that's tiny. Now we're gonna move on to these guys. And these are with like the smaller curtain ones that are pre-cut, like these. I won't have to do any work cutting them, but I will have to tie 4 of them onto one little square. And it's gonna be 3 pieces of garland per side, if that makes sense. Okay, so I cut one of the curtains in half. And now I'm just gonna grab 3 little strands, find the half of that, and then tie it on. This might be a pain in the butt since I have to do it 4 times for one, but I think it's gonna be worth it because this is so shiny. So pretty. Time lapse for this one too. One whole curtain. That's so satisfying to do. That took so much longer than I thought, but it looks so good. So I think what we're gonna do next is set up the tassels because we're gonna do it literally here in the living room because it's so empty. So with this tassel room, what I want to do is instead of it being like a wishing tree, I want it to be, you know, people write something about Mario that they love or that they wish for him or just something that they've learned throughout their friendship together. Okay, so let's see how we can hang this tassels up. We did it.
That looks good.
That took a lot of teamwork and effort, but it looks so good. It has dimension. I just gotta fix a little bit of that and then hang this one here, and I think I'm gonna clip on little pictures of tiny Mario. And then we just got some disco balls in. I'll put a couple up here and then some plants to make it green. I think it looks good. I'm happy with how it turned out. Okay, so now we're gonna set up part of the photo booth area. I find that when we have parties, we just like to have our tablets set up so people could just come and shoot whenever they want and they don't need someone to come take a photo. Also, I feel like we get the best photos from that because people can come in the photo booth by themselves and be silly so without anyone taking the photo. So for the photo booth for this party, I wanted to do a shimmer wall. Hi. For my bright and shining star right here, my little shimmer.
Hi.
So I actually found them on Amazon. I did go downtown and look at the pricing, but they were cheaper on Amazon. So yeah, we're gonna set up a silver shimmer wall. They come in boxes like this. I got 3 different boxes. And it looks like that. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse. All right, here is the final backdrop. I used about 3 boxes. It was mainly like 2.5. You can't really see it glisten right now, shimmer, because there's light coming from the back. So the party's gonna be at night, that light won't be coming through. And then I'm gonna decorate it with some balloons on the top and along the side. And we're gonna hang some curtains to cover this so you can't see any of our garage. Yeah, I think it came out pretty nice. And then we're gonna put our plants like along the side of it too to give it that like green earthy vibe. So I think it came out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. It took about an hour to do. Day of will be balloons and zhuzhing it up, and setting up the photo booth will be next. So, all right, we're looking good. All right, we got 2 days until the party. I came upstairs, I was scanning some photos of Mario when he was a little baby, and I come up to this. He set up a whole dang light on the ceiling.
I mean,
that looks great though. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
It looks professional. There's like no,
No light stands.
Stuff on the floor. Wow. All right, so it's the night before the party and hubby is giving Leo a bath so I can get started on the balloons because we're gonna do a little balloon garland for the photo area. I wanted to show you guys the balloons that I'm gonna be blowing up, and then also the idea for this little area has changed. I went on TikTok and I saw how some other people celebrated their husband's 40th, and I saw someone who had a bunch of balloons that had string hanging from them and they put the pictures on the balloons. So I rented a helium tank and I'm gonna do that. And we already got our pictures printed. It took so long to gather all the images, but I got a fat stack of Mario photos right here, some baby photos that I've never seen before. So that is gonna be done tomorrow morning because the helium, I want it to last. And then I also bought a really nice leather notebook and pen for him that instead of having people write and hang stuff from the ceiling of things that they like about Mario and just making him feel really special, I decided I'm gonna have like a little setup on this table right here with the notebook that people can write in, because then people can like pass around the notebook. Mario can have everything all together and look back on it. So I thought that was really a really good idea. Balloons. Let's get back into the balloons. This is what we got. I have my handy dandy machine here that's gonna help me blow them up. I got some silver balloons. I think these are 24-inch and 5-inch silver. These are blacks left over from previous party, some 5-inch blacks, and then I accidentally bought another 17 when I already had one open. So we got more blacks. Then we got some disco balls. These are really fun. I didn't realize that they were holographic, so these are gonna be super cute. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes. Here's what I have so far. We got lots of little ones, and I'm realizing that I didn't buy the right size of the silvers, so I only got the big ones. I think we'll be okay. I forgot to mention that I also have these silver mylar, 20 of them. The only caveat with these ones is that they have to be blown up manually. And by manually, I mean with my lungs. So yeah, I'm also gonna blow the disco ones too. So we're gonna take a little break from the machine, give my machine a little break, and I have pretty good lungs, you know. I used to be a swimmer, lungs of steel. Let's go. Only 4 breaths. Very cute. All right, we're ready to set up. It's gonna be so easy because I literally could just sandwich the balloon in between, so I don't have to do a lot of adhesive. All right, hubby just put the final balloon on. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. The only thing I realize is the floor. It's not gonna get shoes though.
So we'll just do like
Yeah.
recap up.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Yeah. Good morning. It's the morning of the party. Hubby just stepped out with Leo to go grab some breakfast. And I already started blowing up the balloons. And I kind of wanted to try to surprise him when he comes back. I'm going to tape some of his photos to the balloons. So when he comes back, I want to see if he notices. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, I did that pretty fast. With the balloons that I currently have, I still have more photos and more balloons to blow up, but I just wanted to show you guys how it looks. It's so cute. So they're not all facing the same way, so I think I might just like alternate sides of the thing so there's always photos visible, but it's so cute. Oh my God, I would cry. I would cry if someone did this for me. Hi, baby.
Who's that?
Wow, baby. That's so cool.
So for the remainder of the video, I decided to do VO because day of is always so insane and I just don't have the time to vlog. So here I am making a charcuterie board. I think making charcuterie boards are those type of things that come with practice. So the more that you make these, the faster you're gonna get and the better it's gonna look. And I thought this would just be a really nice alternative for our guests for some finger foods if they're hungry when they arrive. So here's how it turned out. I think it came out so cute. So after setting up the charcuterie board, we went outside to our patio where we started setting up the tables. I didn't even get footage of that, but I had little disco ball planters on the top of some cocktail tables. And then we also had disco balls that I put inside of the planter. They shined so beautifully in the day, and with the fireplace, I thought it would look really nice as well at nighttime. And I just really wanted to stick with that jungle disco vibe that we were going for. I just realized that I didn't show you all the invite that we sent out, and I actually designed it. Red helped me as well with some of the text, but here is what it looked like. I really like the way the invite came out, so that was our theme and vibe that we were going for the entire party. Next up is the cake. Now I know I could have made this cake myself, but when planning a party, you can't do everything. You know, I had to give and take some things that I was gonna do. So I decided to just let someone else take care of the cake. It was gonna be something really simple because we had other desserts and it was mainly just something for him to sing happy birthday and blow out the candles. So I sent a couple reference photos to a cake shop near us and I think that they pulled it off so well. I added the disco balls and the numbers and the candles on top myself. So I just asked for like a vintage black cake with this graphic on it and it came out beautiful. I wanted to stick with the black, gold, and silver theme, but I didn't want it to be too frilly and feminine. So I feel like it turned out really well balanced, and with the candles lit, the disco balls just looked amazing on top of the cake. So our teeth were black and our tongue were black after eating this, so I would not recommend black cakes, but it was, you know, just for the vibes. All in all, the party turned out amazing. For food, we had an actual food truck come, which was something that we've never done before. And then after the food, we had a churro truck come. So it was just like surprises on surprises. The atmosphere was just overall great. I, of course, did not get a lot of footage during the party because as a host, I'm just running around all over the place, also trying to keep eyes on my child. So it was a lot to deal with as a host, but I hope that my husband had the most amazing time, and I just wanted him to have fun with friends, be surrounded by so much love, and I know that he appreciated the whole entire thing. So that was my hubby's 40th birthday. I cannot believe that. That was a big one. I can't believe we're at the number 40 already. Is this how everybody feels? Yeah. We both still feel like we're in our 20s, maybe early 30s. But I hope you all enjoyed this type of video. I love party planning and throwing parties and just making people that I love feel special. This is definitely going to be a repeat occurrence on the channel. If you haven't seen any of my parties that I've thrown for my son, Leo, make sure to check out his first and second birthday. I'll put it right here. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that this inspires you all to throw a party for someone that you love, and I hope it gives you some ideas and the confidence to know that you can do it yourself. Just definitely don't wait a week before like I did. Yeah, start planning at least a month ahead with the DIYs and everything. Save yourself some stress. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Huge happy birthday to my hubby Red, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay, bye-bye. Love you.